When you have floppiness, here's let me start again. When you have floppiness or respiratory distress, your baby is unstable for a couple of reasons. The first reason is most likely there's been trauma to the brain, oxygen deprivation to the brain, and therefore it creates what they say is scar tissue. Okay, what is the problem with that? Our brain floats and opposes gravity. So when I do this, I'm not pushing my head up, right? I'm not doing anything like that. When your child is going into the complications of cerebral palsy, they're pushing their head up. Why? Because the scar tissue wants to succumb to gravity, where the brain, living brain wants to oppose it. Death can only occur in the spinal fluid, right? This is why I want to do my next training in Feb. I want to do it on HIE brain trauma, so people know how to work with that sensation of the death, the scar tissue, and the life, right? And that's why you're getting this floppiness, right? The instability of the head because of what you again would consider scar tissue. Now, if death occurs anywhere else in the body, you have to take it out. Like if your appendix is going, you have to take it out, otherwise you'll die. But in the spinal fluid, a lot can happen, right? That's not necessarily going with biology, but it will affect development for that key reason. So a lot of people think that the baby is spastic due to brain trauma. It's actually, that's true, but it's actually spastic due to brain trauma due to the weight differential. Another way of looking at that, again, if I had two tops spinning, right? And they're spinning around, fine. But if I take a top and put cellophane on one, so it's like driving a car with one tire being out of balance, right? Or fluid dynamics. So I have liquid here, right? And then I have this kind of liquid. This liquid is heavier. It's so instead of these two, let's say, going side by side, right? You can see the difference. That's what's happening. And that's where you're getting that floppiness or out of balance. Where does movement lesson come in? So this floppiness, right? I can have this. This is what's going on with your child. Every movement is like this. But if I add rotation, look at the stability that happens. So I still can go fast, but now I have stability, right? Without you inputting this type of work into your child's not going to get stability on their own. The other thing that gives kids stability, or a baby, is breathing, right? Just like when you got a hot air balloon and you got the right ratios, it rises, it stabilizes, it does that. So when we breathe, right, and we're going in and out from all directions, right, this creates also an air of stability. So I breathe when I'm in tummy time, and that gives me airplane, right? That's what happens. That's why that first breath and opposing gravity is so crucial to your neuromapping, more so than any other movement that really happens to the human body. When that gets bypassed, or worse, doesn't initiate, right? Now I'm pushing to get up. So now I'm pushing my head up, and I'm trying to push my heads down. And so when I have that, I'm going to just be a lot more unstable, again, because I'm too far away from the position, and that's where the ataxia, the dystonia, the spasticity all starts to increase. We don't want those things to happen. Your child is going to move the way that they can move. The way that your child is moving right now is the easiest way they can move, not optimal. And so that's where, so to explain where that's at, because a lot of people are saying, well, we have to see how bad the brain damage is to the body. This is what's going on, right? The brain damage doesn't say, oh, 1 + 1 is 2. Oh no, I had brain damage, I can't. That's not how the body works with movement. The body goes to move. I don't care if you're swinging a golf club, or you're riding a motorcycle, or you're a brand new baby. When the body goes to move and there's that little deviation, the whole system, your whole body's going to deviate, because the system is intelligent. So if I go to swing, and let's say I have a bad back, my brain will automatically recalculate to say, oh, avoid that spot in your back. This is why I do movement lesson for adults, because I don't want you to have to think of another way of doing something. It's the same with babies. And this is why people go, why am I doing tummy time when my kid's 15? Guys, this movement is the movement. This is what, it doesn't matter if you're 65 or if you're 2 days old. It's just the way we move. So the big thing that you're working with, so you're doing the breathing course, right? But you also want to work with those facets of movement that I just talked about. So when you're going into the tummy time course, the head is too high, the midline is not happening, and this is why you're getting that. And yes, your vision issues. For your child, just like I would my doll, I'm going to hold here, my hand here when we're working with tummy time, right? Because I want the visual stability as well as the stability in with the diaphragm, the midline crossing, the chest. And guys, if I talk like this all the time, you'd be like, Michelle, I can't handle this. Look for the smoothness of movement. Your child does not know how to move smoothly. To move smoothly, you need rotation, weight transfer, and transitional movements. Every baby needs it. So you're just going to be here again, not squeezing the face, just lightly guiding, and see how that vision can stabilize. You try and see as a new baby and get a toy when your vision's like this versus like this, right? And then your goal would be to get down and go lower. I still don't agree with the vision report and so forth. I think that needs to be worked on, and I will do another video about patching and all of that to get the visual stability. I have a video I'm going to give you also on low-level vision, and that'll be in the comments. But please, this is the one thing even if you're here sitting, this is the one thing I want you working on. Visual stability with core stability, not core strength, core stability. And these are why you need to do it. And this is what is necessary for any child with any kind of flavor of CP in that respect. And we'll go from there. But again, if you need help, post. But I want a 2-week follow-up on a posting. Thanks.